Well, you're in your little room and you're working on something good. But if it's really good, you're gonna need a bigger room.
Well, hello, it's Dexter and me again, and it's a freezing cold but lovely and crisp sunny autumn morning here in South Wales. We're heading off to our usual haunt of Craigenhorse Country Park. We love it up there. It's lovely and peaceful, it's calm, and it's handy for me. And Dexter absolutely adores it there. And today, it's not a normal camera video or a photography video. Today I want to have a look at the GoPro Hero 7 Black I've now had for a month or so, and my iPhone 10 or X, whatever you call it, I don't know. And principally I'm going to shoot some video from both. So we're going to have a look at the video from out of the GoPro and out of the iPhone at normal speed. We'll have a look at slow-mo, and we'll have a look obviously at the time-lapse functionality that both I'd say cameras have. Now I shoot most of my video in 4K at 24 frames per second, and both the GoPro and the iPhone handle that well. I don't do any color grading, so my GoPro is not set to a flat profile or anything. It's set to GoPro standard color. And as far as slow-mo goes, I normally like to shoot at 120 frames per second, but the GoPro gives you the opportunity to shoot at 240, which is nice. And obviously we look at the time-lapse functionality as well of both cameras. So yeah, we'll have a look at the functionalities of both cameras, and we'll have a look at how easy they are to use and to set up, and the pros and cons of each system. So stick around as we wend our way up to Craigenhorse, and see you up there next.
Jealous, but it sure is fun. I don't mind, but he wants my late
Really like you. One of my favourite places.
You know the crowd gets bigger as the word goes round. Poor old King was playing back in town. Minnesota 5 standing up at the back, trying to hide himself in a plastic bag. You ought to hear the silence when the kid walks in. His reputation's bigger than gasoline. I don't mind, but he's trying to fill my lady too. Poor old Richard, you're far too wicked, we know. Poor old Richard, kids are wicked, we know. You broke my heart, and there's sugar all could ever do. With your yellow coronation and your pink satin suit, you make me jealous. But I was.
Well, this is one of the reasons why we love it here so much. I mean, look at that view. Right into the foothills of the Brecon Beacons. And for me it's great here because there's no walking. Everything's really accessible. And best of all, especially when the weather's like this, Dexter's allowed in the cafe. So we can keep nice and warm and have our cup of tea. In it, Dex?
You know the crowd gets bigger as the word goes round. Poor old King was playing back in town. Minnesota 5 standing up at the back, trying to hide himself in a plastic bag. You ought to hear the silence when the kid walks in. His reputation's bigger than gasoline. I don't mind, but he's trying to fill my lady too. wash it clean. Wipe that smile right off your chin. Everybody gonna drive for miles around. Queuing up to see me take away your crown. Then you'll never, never, ever take my lady then.
Oh, well, thank goodness we're back in the warm again after our morning out yesterday and today again filming for this little video. So, which one would you have? Which one's going to suit you better out of the iPhone and the GoPro? Well, if it's just down to convenience, the iPhone's going to win out every time. I mean, we've always got our phones with us now, for good or bad, and the video functionality on the iPhone is really good. It'll shoot 4K at most frame rates, it'll shoot slow-mo and time-lapse at 1080p, and it's perfectly adequate. The GoPro for me though is the better video camera, as really you'd expect it to be. You've got far more scope for customizing your frame rates and image quality, because the GoPro has got the Pro Tune functionalities too. You can go in and look at your shutter speed and ISO and white balance and things like that, which you can't do on the iPhone. The GoPro as well will shoot at 4K and 2.7K, and with 2.7K you can shoot at 120 frames per second. You haven't got that luxury on the iPhone. But then the iPhone's got a very sort of basic zoom functionality. The GoPro doesn't have that. But as I said, the GoPro is probably the more rounded video camera. Its image stabilization is a lot better than the iPhone, as you saw from the in-car shots. And for me, the image quality and certainly the audio quality coming out of the GoPro is a lot better than the iPhone. I found that when I was looking at the footage from the iPhone on my computer, the audio was so quiet I had to boost it to 400%, and both cameras were pretty well within sort of easy reach. I'd rigged up, or MacGyvered if you want to call it, some sort of clamp that held both cameras close together, so when you're looking at the in-car footage or the slow-mo footage or the normal speed footage, then they're from the exact same viewpoint. It's only when I got to the time-lapse that I couldn't do that. Practicality-wise, startup times for both are similar. Of course, with the GoPro, you can expand the memory. You can't do that with your iPhone. What you bought with your iPhone, you're stuck with. The GoPro takes micro SD cards that do any sort of capacity really, so you're only limited there by your budget. I would say that the GoPro is slightly easier to use. If you want to kind of change settings, then you can do it from inside the app. With the phone, you've got to go out of the app, back into the iPhone settings, and then back into your camera app, which is a little bit of a ball ache, but you know, it's a couple of seconds longer, that's all, you know, first world problems. But it's just a little bit easier with the GoPro. Battery wise, the iPhone kills it dead. I shot for about an hour footage on Thursday morning. Both devices were fully charged before we started. By the time we finished, the GoPro was at 14%, and the iPhone battery was still at 80%. So go figure, the iPhone battery obviously is a lot better than the battery in the GoPro. So for me, as a kind of casual videographer and filmmaker, if you like, it's the GoPro all the way for B-roll footage. I wouldn't use it as a main camera. That role still falls to my excellent Fujifilm X-T20 and the 18-55 kit lens. That is a stellar video combination. But as I said at the start, if you're just shooting the odd little bit of video for Facebook or Twitter or whatever, or for yourself, then the iPhone is absolutely fine. The footage is good enough. The audio is a little bit lacking, and for me, as I said already, the GoPro wins this challenge. Not hands down, but I think it wins it quite comfortably. I'm not going to list all the specs of the cameras. You can get that elsewhere. Suffice to say though that the GoPro is a lot more versatile with things like frame rates and resolution than the iPhone. Right, I think I've actually managed to make a video here with some useful consumer advice. Don't go tell anybody, but that might just happen by accident. Anyway, I hope you found this video useful. As usual, thanks for watching, and we'll see you again very soon. Bye bye.